Look up the nose. Yeah, I need to do some more videos. So hello, this is Pigsley doing another video. Yeah, so just a quick sort of update on things. So I've got to do some more videos. Like I say, I think that's something. I'm paying for this AI thing, so I'll just like knock out a lot of things. It's just a case of guiding it in the right direction. That's the main part of it. I wouldn't mind looking for evidence on subjects and stories and put them across. I mean, I like to film my own experiences if I'm going off doing something. I think that's going to be an option in the future. Little adventures and so on. Just at the moment, it's sort of the end of the year. So, I've been an investor in crypto for quite a while, and I made a lot of money at one point. Well, I made a lot of money recently. However, that's dropped down a bit. And I think that's probably quite important today, is that they talk about people getting married in love projects. And so they get stuck into one project and they don't want to move. Now, you might have a majority of your investment in something because you believe where it's going to go. Maybe there's kind of times when people invest. So so at the moment we're entering this bull market and everything's picking up and pumping, and there's that kind of feeling in the air about it. A lot of people will hear about the bull market further down the line when it's probably warmer weather as well. And, maybe they just got past Christmas, they're thinking what's next. So a lot of people are going to be distracted by Christmas. So not a lot, I mean, basically with investment, a lot of it goes retail. So there might be people putting money out for Christmas, as well as other people look for opportunities to put it in, because while people are distracted, it's a perfect advantage. Basically you move in the shadows sometimes, and that's the time to move. So yeah, I got into this project called Veil. It shot up. Its highest point in my portfolio was 195,000. Now, in hindsight, I would have probably taken a bigger chunk of that out and done something with it, but I didn't. I sort of thought, oh, it's going to go up again, and it pulled back a bit, and I thought, well, no, it's probably going to go up again. And it started pulling back a bit more, and then I've set myself ready as a stop loss. So I haven't. The aim isn't to completely cash out, but I thought this is probably a good time to take some money out as a kind of an emergency approach to diversify in my portfolio. So that's what I've done. So initially when it went up, I think it went back to about 95,000. So what I did is I took $5,000 out of that, and I cleared up. So it covered well above my initial was about $2,000 anyway. So I covered, but I cleared up the bank, any money owed, I paid up a loan, which saved me money, and then just kept afloat in there. It keeps it sort of looking healthy. And initially it paid for itself. I think it paid for itself within the first couple of weeks, because I at least paid that month about a good 1,000 or so, and then I just went into what did I do with that money? I think I did do something, like cash it in or do something with it. So yeah, I think basically I cleared my overdraft, and I cleared the loan as well, so I don't have to worry about that. And I've got like about £900 in the bank at the moment. I've got payday end of the week, but it's fine. I mean, that's it. I'm covered, and I can still basically cash in more money if I needed to. But I'm not going to. I'm going to try to ride it out, because there's going to be pullbacks in any investment. Initially, people pump it and hype it, and then they're kind of like the staying power is where it might pick up, and also what the market sentiment's doing. At the moment, it's all about, I think, the gaming FI, gamble FI, So, I mean, long term, I should try to invest into projects that deal with these sorts of areas, and money comes in, and they like gambling on sport events or having money in gaming companies. Well, I got a little bit in a gaming company. I'm going to try to keep my main portion of my money, so it's probably about 30, maybe 30 something thousand, I'd say. So it started dipping below my 40,000. So like I say, we went to 195, pulled back, and this could, because people who got in early have sold, or people have seen other projects they want to put money into, and that's fine. So for me, it's just diversification. I don't want to wreck the project. When people put a lot of money and whip it all out, that can be causing issue. And plus, there's lots of fees to pay, like gas fee and stuff like that. So where do I put the money into? So Lunar Classics seems to be pumping it. It might make a recovery, so I put £1,000 into that. Bonk coin. Originally, I had some bonk and it shot up to about £100. So what I've done with that is I put 1,000 or so into that. And I was going to put some Phantom, and I was going to lock it up and have it and farm it, but I just couldn't be bothered. Or I had trouble transferring it back, and if I did, I'd have to lock it up with my money until the mid-2025, I think. Now, at the time, Phantom might be going crazy. Who knows? It might be going up in volume. It might just be different. And if I set it up in these farms, then what happens is you get a mixture of different tokens on the interest comes out every day, which is fine. But if there's enough money in there, that's great. But if there isn't, like I say, in hindsight, maybe I put 10, 20,000 into it. It can pay me like £100 a day in these different tokens, which I just collect, hold. Bull market comes in, price goes up. Anyway, I had some issues taking this Phantom out to convert into the Comb Finance. That's the one. Because I'd originally put about £5,000, and it shrunk down to about like $250 due to the bear market. That was the impact of the bear market. I wasn't aware of the bear market so much. And also, when everything's pumping, you think, what's happening? And they say, well, it's going to drop by 80%, and it's like, nah, really? I don't know. And then you kind of just hold on because you just don't want to sell, because at the time you feel like you're making money, you should just hang in there. But so now I have to set up is the discipline is to cash out at a certain point, just set a date in the calendar and start laddering out, not massively, just a little bit at a time, so that it doesn't kind of cause any red alerts or anything. And most people put things into stable coins, so it's either that or there's uranium. There's something pegged to uranium I might do. So if there's an asset that's pegged to a crypto, there used to be like gold one, like Paxi Gold. I have to look at that. If it's actually pegged to something, it might be useful. I have to look at the pricing during the bear market. So when you have a history in a project, you can actually figure out what's going to happen next. And also, new projects of a similar nature that come out may draw a lot of attention, but if their tokenomics and the model isn't quite correct, they'll probably flop. There's things that do work and things that don't work. Like staking, it's not really wonderful, but it depends, how trusted the source is. If it's trusted, it's not such a bad problem. But if someone says lock the coin up and you can get paid revenue, the thing is you've locked your coin into the platform. If the platform goes downhill, it'll take your coin with it. Then the other thing is people that hold the coin, other people stake the coin, and the people that have just got holding the coin cash out. so it drops the value. So it's kind of just learning. I mean, I've probably got to study some books on it, really. But as long as I'm actually making money, I have reduced the risk because I've taken out my initial and I've profited by that. It still pays me revenue shares, but I think they've dropped down because the activity dropped down. But when it picks up, then there's that opportunity. I need to just wait for the bull run now. And like I say, by putting things into other ecosystems that are pumping, I can still make a good amount of money out of it. So you've got things like Solana. Let's say bonks on Solana. And it's called Valnir Chain. I mean, it's basically really new, so I just ended up buying it, and I converted what I had as like £1,000 in Phantom that I was going to send to my wallet, and there was some issue sending it, so I thought, sod that. And then I just put it into that for now. I mean, I might still send it back to my wallet, because the thing is, so I mentioned I'd put £5,000 into Comb, and then I stored it on this Comb Finance. And what happens if you stored that, it would pay, it was like basically farm the tokens, ended up locking it in the money and sort of farming it on there. And so it would pay a certain amount a day. Anyway, so it dropped from £5,000 down to about 200 and something. It's a good chance that could go back up to 5,000. The thing is, as well, is if I put £1,000 in, then you're kind of looking at, just having a look. So you imagine 200 is 5,000. I mean, potentially it could be like, well, it could be 50,000 or something. We'll have to have a look at that. Yeah, well, or 25, I think. Probably could be like 25 grand if it pumps up to the full. And plus, it's been paying me the tokens. But anything it's paying at the moment, like, because for a £200 investment, it's paying like a penny a day, then that's probably not the best. But it's not bad, because when we, like say, when the bull run hits, and if it goes up that high again, then or it could go higher. It depends, because some things that go into the first through a market and then they go for a crash, they never recover as high. And for some other things, they do, depending on sort of the you can get what you call a FUD around it, negative information about it. So if like developers leave, that actually sort of, you know. So for Luna Classic, that it was called Luna, there was a massive debacle. It ended up crashing their thing, basically. So one coin cost about, I think it cost £100. So now I've got like 8 million something, but it's basically well below a penny. So it's a case of just riding it out and then seeing how much it recovers by. I mean, it's just kind of kept there. I don't think anyone thinks it's ever going to recover, but it's got a lot of hype around it, and it's being played out as a meme coin. So just ride it into the bull market, and then there's a point where you just wanted to cash out, basically. Anyways, peace on off, and have a great one. Bye-bye.